Why do some rise while others fall at the first sign of pressure? This one mindset shift could turn your pain into unstoppable power. Have you ever wondered why some people rise above challenges while others break under pressure? Why do some individuals keep pushing forward no matter how many times they fall, while others quit at the first sign of struggle? The answer is simple: mental strength. It's the invisible force that separates those who succeed from those who surrender. And here's the truth: it's not something you're born with. It's something you build. Most people never realize. They think mental strength is a gift, something only a select few possess. But that's a lie. The strongest minds weren't gifted with some supernatural ability. They trained themselves to be that way. And if you stay with me till the end of this video, you'll learn exactly how to build an unbreakable mind. A mind that doesn't waver in the face of adversity. A mind that refuses to quit. A mind that makes you unstoppable. The harsh truth about weakness: the reason most people remain weak is not because they lack strength. It's because they refuse to train it. Just like muscles in the body, the mind needs resistance to grow. But instead of facing challenges head-on, most people run from them. They avoid discomfort. They seek an easy life, and in doing so, they rob themselves of the very experiences that would have made them stronger. Weakness is not permanent, but it is a choice. Every time you back down from fear, you choose weakness. Every time you let doubt control you, you choose weakness. Every time you make excuses instead of taking action, you choose weakness. But here's the good news: just as weakness is a choice, so is strength. And the moment you decide to take control of your mind, everything begins to change. Your mind, the greatest weapon, or your worst enemy. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can either push you forward or hold you back. It can either break you or make you unbreakable. But the problem is, most people never take control of it. Allow negative thoughts, self-doubt, and fear to dominate their thinking. Think about it. How many times have you talked yourself out of doing something great? How many times have you let fear stop you from taking a chance? How many times have you convinced yourself that you're not good enough? The mind is a battlefield, and most people lose because they never realize they're at war. They surrender to their doubts before they even try. But mentally strong people, they know the battle exists, and they refuse to let their own mind become their enemy. The first step to becoming mentally strong: if you want to change your life, you must first change your mind. Strength doesn't start with the body. It starts with a decision. A decision to stop making excuses. A decision to stop giving in to fear. A decision to take back control. Mental strength isn't about pretending you don't have fears or doubts. It's about facing them and pushing forward anyway. It's about training your mind to endure, to persist, to never back down. And the first step: stop waiting to feel ready. Most people delay action because they're waiting for the right moment. They think they need more confidence, more motivation, more certainty. But the truth is, you will never feel completely ready. And if you wait for the perfect conditions, you will wait forever. Mentally strong people don't wait. They take action, despite the fear, despite the doubt, despite the discomfort. And in doing so, they prove to themselves that they are stronger than their excuses. A challenge for you right now. At this moment, you have a choice. You can continue living the same way, letting your mind control you, letting fear dictate your decisions, letting weakness hold you back. Or you can make a decision a decision to become mentally strong. And if you're serious about making that change, if you're ready to build a mind that cannot be broken, then stay with me, because in this video, we're going to dive deep into the psychology of mental strength. And by the end, you won't just think differently, you will be different. Most people don't realize this, but your mind is constantly shaping your reality. Every thought, every belief, every doubt, it all becomes the foundation of your life. If you tell yourself you're weak, you will act weak. If you convince yourself you can't handle pressure, you will break under it. Your mind believes whatever you repeatedly tell it. But here's the truth. Weakness is not something you are, it's something you allow. No one is born mentally weak. No one is destined to be fragile. Weakness is built the same way. Strength is built through habits, through choices, through repetition. Think about it. Every time you avoid a challenge, you train your mind to run from difficulty. Every time you let fear stop you, you reinforce the idea that you are powerless. Every time you quit, you teach yourself that giving up is an option, and over time, weakness becomes your default state. But the moment you recognize this, everything changes. Because once you understand that weakness is learned, you realize that it can also be unlearned, the same way a weak mind is built through avoidance, excuses, and fear. A strong mind is built through discipline, action, and resilience. You must stop seeing weakness as something you're stuck with. It's not a life sentence, it's a mindset. And mindsets can be changed. You have the power to reprogram your thoughts, to rebuild your mental strength, to reshape the way you see yourself. But it starts with one decision. The decision to stop feeding weakness and start feeding strength. So ask yourself, are you letting your mind work against you, or are you training it to work for you? Because the moment you decide to take control, the process of transformation begins. The only question is, will you take that step, or will you stay where you are? Most people run from pain. Pain, they see struggle as something to be avoided, as if hardship is a punishment. But that mindset is exactly what keeps them weak. Because in reality, pain is not the enemy. It's the teacher. Look at anyone who has ever achieved greatness. They didn't get there by avoiding struggle. They were shaped by it. They faced rejection, failure, setbacks. Yet instead of breaking, they used it to build themselves. Every difficulty became fuel. Every obstacle became a lesson. They understood something most people never realize. Pain is the price of strength. You don't grow when life is easy. You grow when life tests. Pressure creates diamonds. Resistance builds muscle. Fire strengthens steel. Your mind is no different. It needs challenges. It needs discomfort. It needs struggle to evolve into something stronger. But most people don't want that. They want comfort. They want safety. They want an easy life. And that's why they stay the same. Because growth and comfort cannot exist in the same place. If you are always choosing what's easy, you are also choosing to stay weak. Mental strength is built by walking straight into the fire. It's built by embracing the struggle instead of running from it. The people who become unstoppable in life are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who learn to turn pain into power. So when life pushes you, when things get hard, when you feel like giving up, remember this. Every struggle is an opportunity. Every moment of pain is a test. Will you let it break you, or will you use it to build yourself? Because in the end, strength is not given. It is earned through suffering, through endurance, through refusing to quit. Pain is not your enemy. It is your path to greatness. Your emotions are powerful, but they are not in charge. They can influence you. They can tempt you. They can cloud your judgment, but they do not control you. You control them. Weak minds let emotions dictate their actions. They act based on how they feel, instead of what needs to be done. If they feel tired, they quit. If they feel afraid, they avoid. If they feel uncertain, they never take the first step. And this is why they stay stuck, because emotions are unpredictable. And if you let them run your life, you will always be at their mercy. But mentally strong people, they understand a simple truth. Feelings are temporary, but decisions are permanent. They don't wait to feel like it. They act no matter how they feel. They know that discipline is stronger than motivation, and commitment is stronger than emotion. Think about it. If you only worked hard when you felt motivated, how often would you actually push yourself? If you only did what needed to be done when you were in the mood, how much progress would you really make? This is where strength is built, in the moments when your mind tells you to stop, but you keep going anyway. When fear tells you to back down, but you move forward anyway. When doubt tells you that you can't, but you prove to yourself that you can. This is the difference between the weak and the strong. The weak follow their emotions. The strong lead their emotions. They acknowledge how they feel, but they do not obey those feelings. They train themselves to act on discipline, not impulse. So ask yourself, are you in control of your emotions, or are your emotions in control of you? Because the moment you stop letting feelings dictate your actions, you will unlock a level of mental strength most people will never reach. And that is the moment you become unstoppable. If you want to become mentally strong, there is one skill you must master above all else: self-discipline. Without it, you will always be a prisoner of your emotions, your habits, and your excuses. But with it, you can force yourself to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Most people rely on motivation to take action. But here's the truth. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you feel it, some days you don't. And if you only act when you're motivated, you will never be consistent. And without consistency, success is impossible. Self-discipline is different. It doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're uninspired, if you're afraid. It pushes forward anyway. Because mentally, strong people understand that results don't come from feelings. They come from action. Discipline is waking up early when your mind tells you to sleep in. Discipline is going to the gym when your body tells you to stay home. Discipline is working on your goals when every part of you wants to quit. It's not easy. It never will be. But that's the point. If discipline were easy, everyone would be successful. Everyone would be strong, but they're not. Because discipline is the dividing line between those who succeed and those who settle. So the question is, can you force yourself to take action when it's the last thing you want to do? Because that is what separates the mentally strong from the mentally weak. The weak listen to their excuses. The strong ignore them. The weak wait for motivation. The strong create it through action. And here's the secret. The more you train discipline, the less you need motivation. It becomes automatic. It becomes who you are. And once that happens, not fear, not doubt, not failure can stop you. Confidence is not given. It is built. It's not something you are born with. It's something you create through action, through experience, through proving to yourself that you are capable. Most people think confidence comes from external validation. They believe they need others to approve of them before they can feel strong. But that's a lie. True confidence doesn't come from the outside. It comes from within. It's the result of trusting yourself, of knowing deep down that no matter what happens, you can handle it. But how do you build that kind of confidence? Step 1, stop waiting for permission. Too many people wait for someone to tell them they're good enough. They wait for validation instead of taking action. But mentally, strong people don't wait. They move, they take risks. They step into the unknown. Confidence is built by doing, not by waiting. Step 2, take action even when you don't feel ready. Call confidence doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. The more you do, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable. Every challenge you overcome, every fear you face, every obstacle you push through, it all adds another layer of confidence. Step 3, stop seeking approval. The strongest people don't care what others think. They don't need validation because they validate themselves. Weak minds look for approval. Strong minds look for results. The more you depend on others for confidence, the weaker you become. Confidence is not about never feeling fear or doubt. It's about acting in spite of it. The moment you stop waiting to feel confident and start taking action, despite your doubts, you will build an unshakable belief in yourself. And once you have that, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. Your thoughts shape your reality. Every action, every decision, every success or failure. It all starts in the mind. If you want to be mentally strong, you must learn to control your thoughts before they control you. Most people allow negative thoughts to dominate their minds. They replay their failures, dwell on their weaknesses, and let self-doubt consume them. But here's the truth. You are not your thoughts. Just because a negative idea enters your mind doesn't mean you have to believe it. You have the power to choose which thoughts you give energy to. The mind is like a battlefield. If you allow negativity to take over, you will lose before you even begin. But if you train yourself to recognize and reject self-defeating thoughts, you take back control. So how do you do that? Step 1, become aware of your inner dialogue. Most people don't even realize how often they speak negatively to themselves. Pay attention to your thoughts every time you catch yourself saying, "I can't replace it with, I can figure this out." Every time you think, "I'm not good enough," tell yourself, "I am improving every day." Step 2, starve your doubts. Doubt grows when you feed it. The more you focus on what could go wrong, the stronger your fear becomes. Shift your focus. Instead of thinking about failure, focus on possibilities. Instead of thinking about problems, focus on solutions. Step 3, strengthen your mindset daily. Mental strength isn't built overnight. It's built through repetition. Just like training a muscle, you must train your mind every single day. Read, learn, challenge yourself. Step out of your comfort zone. Feed your mind with strength, not weakness. You are not a victim of your thoughts. You are the master of them. The moment you take control of what goes on inside your mind, you take control of your entire life. And when that happens, nothing, not fear, not failure, not doubt can stop you. Life will never go exactly as planned. You will face setbacks, obstacles, and moments of uncertainty. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple. The strong adapt while the weak break. Most people fear change. They resist it. They complain about it. They let it defeat them. But mentally strong people, they embrace it. They know that life is unpredictable. And instead of fighting reality, they adjust, they learn, they grow. Think about this. How many people give up the moment things don't go their way? How many people quit when they face resistance? That's weakness. It's the inability to adjust, to overcome, to find another way forward. But here's the truth. Nothing in life will ever be perfect. No path will be completely smooth. If you expect everything to go according to plan, you will always be disappointed. The key is to become flexible, to train your mind, to handle whatever comes your way. So how do you do that? Step 1. Stop existing reality. Difficulties will happen. Struggles will come. Accept it. The faster you stop wishing things were easier and start up working with what you have, the stronger you become. Step 2. Focus on solutions, not problems. Weak minds complain. Strong minds adapt. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, focus on what you can do next. Ask yourself, what's the next best move? Then take action. Step 3. Develop a mindset of resilience. Resilience is the ability to keep going, despite the pain, despite the failure, despite the uncertainty. Every setback is a test. Every challenge is an opportunity to prove your strength. The moment you shift your mindset from, why is this happening to me, to how can I use this to grow, you become unstoppable. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but one thing is certain. Those who adapt survive. Those who resist break. The choice is yours. Will you adjust and overcome, or will you crumble under pressure? Most people fail not because they aren't capable, but because they quit too soon. They give up when things get tough. They stop when progress is slow. They walk away when success is just around the corner. But mentally strong people, they endure, they keep going. No matter what, endurance is the ability to push forward, even when everything inside you wants to stop. It's the ability to keep moving when the road is long, when the results aren't immediate, when your energy is drained. This is what separates the weak from the strong. The weak stop when they're tired. The strong stop when they're done. Every great achievement in history came from someone who refused to quit. Every champion, every leader, every success story, they all had moments where they wanted to give up, but they didn't. They pushed through the pain, through the struggle, through the moments of doubt. And that's why they won. So how do you develop this level of endurance? Step 1. Stop expecting immediate results. Weak minds want quick success. Strong minds understand that real progress takes time. You have to be willing to work when there's no reward in sight, to keep pushing when nothing seems to be happening. That's where real strength is built. Step 2. Train yourself to embrace discomfort. Pain is part of the process. Struggle is part of growth. The moment you accept that everything changes, instead of avoiding discomfort, you lean into it. Instead of running from pain, you face it head on. Step 3. Make quitting non-negotiable. Weakness always gives you an option to stop. Take that option away. Decide that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how slow the progress, you will not quit. Once you remove quitting as an option, you'll be amazed at what you can endure. Your success isn't about who starts the strongest, it's about who lasts the longest. The question is, when things get tough, will you stop or will you keep going? Because in the end, only those who endure will win. Self-doubt is the silent killer of dreams. It whispers that you're not good enough. It tells you to stay where you are, to never take risks, to never believe in yourself. But here's the truth. Self-doubt is a liar, and if you listen to it, you will stay weak forever. Most people think doubt is a sign that they should stop. They believe that if they don't feel confident, they shouldn't take action, that's a mistake. Because confidence doesn't come first. Action does. You don't wait until you feel ready, you act. And then confidence follows. Think about it. How many opportunities have you missed because you doubted yourself? How many times have you let fear stop you from going after what you want? Every time you listen to doubt, you shrink. Every time you push past it, you grow. So how do you destroy self-doubt? Step 1. Stop believing. Every thought you have, your mind will try to convince you that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough, strong enough, capable enough. But thoughts are not facts. Just because your mind says it doesn't mean it's true. Step 2. Take action before you feel ready. Doubt only disappears after you prove to yourself that you can do it. So start before you feel prepared. Speak up before you feel confident. Move forward even when you feel afraid. Step 3. Collect evidence of your strength. Look at your past. How many challenges have you already overcome? How many times have you survived what you thought would break you? You are stronger than your doubt. The problem is, you keep forgetting it. Self-doubt is a battle that never fully disappears. But every time you choose action over fear, every time you push forward despite the doubt, you weaken its grip. And one day, you will realize that the voice telling you that you can't was never telling the truth. In a world that moves fast, patience has become rare. People want success. Now they want results immediately. They want growth without the struggle. But the truth is, nothing great happens overnight. If you want to build mental strength, you must master the art of patience. Weak minds quit when results don't come fast enough. They expect instant success, and when it doesn't happen, they give up. But mentally strong people, they understand that true progress takes time. They are willing to grind, to push, to keep going, even when they see no immediate reward. Think about it. How many people start something with excitement only to stop when it takes longer than expected? They don't lack ability, they lack patience. So how do you develop the patience to endure the long road step? One, shift your focus from speed to consistency. It's not about how fast you progress. It's about how long you can keep going, one step forward. Every day is more powerful than short bursts of effort followed by quitting. Step 2, learn to love the process. If you only care about the end result, you will always feel frustrated. Success isn't just about reaching the goal, it's about who you become on the way. There, the struggle, the lessons, the small wins, that's where real growth happens. Step 3, trust that effort compounds over time. Most people quit just before they see results. They don't realize that every small action adds up. Every effort builds momentum. The ones who succeed aren't always the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to stop. The truth is, anything worth having requires time, strength. Success, mastery, they all demand patience. The question is, can you wait? Can you endure? Can you keep going, even when nothing seems to be happening? Because if you can, you will achieve what most people never will. You are not just the result of your strengths. You are also the result of your weaknesses. If you allow weak habits to stay in your life, they will quietly destroy your mental strength. They will keep you stuck, keep you doubting yourself, keep you weak. If you want to be mentally strong, you must remove what is making you mentally soft. So, what are these habits? Number 1, seeking comfort over growth. Weak minds choose what is easy. They avoid discomfort. They stay where it's safe. But growth never happens in comfort. Strength is built in struggle. The more you chase comfort, the weaker you become. Mentally strong, people do what is hard, even when they don't feel like it. Number 2, letting emotions control your decisions. Your feelings are not always right. Some days you will feel lazy. Some days you will feel afraid. Some days you will feel like giving up. If you let emotions dictate your actions, you will always be unstable. Strong minds act based on discipline, not emotion. Number 3, making excuses instead of taking responsibility. Excuses keep you weak. They give you permission to stay the same. If you always blame circumstances, you will never change. Mentally, strong people take full responsibility even when life is unfair. They refuse to play the victim. Number 4, wasting time on meaningless distractions. Weak minds stay entertained. They scroll endlessly. They chase pleasure. They avoid hard work. But strong minds stay focused. They guard their time. They prioritize what matters. They know that every wasted minute is a step further from their goals. Look at your life. What weak habits are holding you back? What behaviors are making you mentally soft? Cut them out. Replace them with strength. Because if you don't remove your weaknesses, they will remove your potential. Talent means nothing without effort. You can be the smartest person in the room, but if you don't put in the work, you will lose to someone who does hard work. Beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. If you want to be mentally strong, you must develop an unbreakable work ethic. Weak minds look for shortcuts. They want results without effort. They want success without sacrifice. But mentally strong people understand that there is no easy way. There is only hard work, discipline, and relentless persistence. Think about it. How many people dream of success, but refuse to put in the effort? They talk about what they want, but they never show up consistently. They quit when things get hard. They wait for motivation instead of relying on discipline. So how do you build a work ethic that makes you unstoppable? Step 1. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. If you only work when you feel like it, you will never be consistent. Mentally, strong people show up every day, no matter what step to develop. A daily discipline. Success is not built in one day. It is built in the small actions, repeated daily. Create a routine, stick to it. Train yourself to take action, even when you don't feel like it. Step 3, push. Beyond your limits. Weak people stop when they're tired. Strong people keep going. Every time you feel like quitting, push a little further. This is how mental toughness is built, by forcing yourself to go beyond what's comfortable. Hard work is the price you pay for success. The question is, are you willing to pay it? Because if you are, there is nothing that can stop. Your discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without discipline, your emotions will control you. Your distraction will own you. Your weaknesses will define you. But when you master self-discipline, you take full control of your life. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack control. They know what they should do, but they don't do it. They let laziness, fear, and procrastination run their lives. They wake up every day hoping to change, but they never take action. That is weakness. Mentally strong people, however, live by discipline, not by feelings. They don't wait until they feel like doing something. They do it because it must be done. They don't let distractions steal their time. They stay focused, committed, and locked in on their goals. So how do you build this level of discipline? Step 1. Train yourself to do what is hard. Weak minds look for the easy way. Strong minds look for the right way. Push yourself beyond comfort. Every single day, discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Step 2. Set non-negotiable standards. Decide what kind of person you want to be. Then act accordingly, no matter what. No excuses, no skipping, no taking the easy way out. Set high standards for yourself and refuse to break them. Step 3. Master the ability to delay gratification. Weak people chase instant pleasure. Strong people are willing to sacrifice now for a greater reward. Later discipline is about choosing what you want most over what you want right now. Learn to resist temptation that pull you away from your goals without discipline. You will always be controlled by something. Your emotions, your distractions, your weaknesses. But when you master yourself, you master life. The question is, will you take control or will you let life control you? Everything you need to become mentally strong is already within you. The power to push through pain, to silence self-doubt, to endure, to adapt, to grow. It's all there. The only thing standing between you and the strongest version of yourself is your willingness to take action. Most people never reach their full potential, not because they aren't capable, but because they refuse to change. They stay comfortable. They let fear control them. They let their emotions decide their future instead of their discipline. But those who rise above, they are the ones who refuse to stay weak. You have learned the principles of mental strength. You now understand that your mind is your greatest weapon, but only if you train it. Pain is your greatest teacher, but only if you embrace it. Discipline is your greatest power, but only if you use it. So what will you do? Now, will you take this knowledge and let it fade, or will you use it to transform yourself into someone unstoppable? It won't be easy. The road to mental strength is long, painful, and demanding, but that's exactly why most people never reach it. And that's why the ones who do stand above the rest, you have a choice to stay the same, or to rise above, to remain average, or to become extraordinary, to stay weak, or to become mentally unbreakable.